just, figured it was only worth it, or only, what's prudent, that I, have you guys watch as I do Brock's funeral. I finally finished the game, so technically this isn't a main scenario. It's a side quest, but I feel it's probably the most important side quest we'll have. So, definitely, here we go. So, how you get the quest, in case anybody wanted to know, is by going back to Sindri's house and talking to her, the one in the middle, Lunda. You talk to her, she tells you about it. She's got a few different things that she kind of tells you. But she tells you, just so you know, we're having a funeral, for him and all of that. And then they tell you to come here to Svartalfheim. You come in, they're kind of telling some stories, how much they're going to miss him. And then you hit, circle here, and Kratos tells him, I considered him a friend, even though there weren't many people that I did. Freya says that the world's darker without a minute, and they tell you to go meet at the wetlands to progress further. So that is what we are going to do. Because it doesn't affect me. Hello, Mr. Greeny Pants. Alright. I feel like the best way to do this is to find... I guess it's telling me to go in here. Probably should have gone out the... Oh no, this should lead me out to the main spot. Oh.
Hey, near the little shop I'm running out in the Alfheim Desert, there's something y'all are probably gonna see.
Interesting.
Hello, Lunda.
Hey, you guys. About your brother. I never got the chance to tell you. I know moments like this you're supposed to say sorry and whatnot, but I always known that pretty man had greatness in him. That he'd do something amazing one day, and I'm just... I'm proud that now the 9 realms know it too.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Lunda.
I thank you.
Anytime, man.
So I was gonna do my camera on this, but I feel like the main focus needs to be on Brock and everything else that's going on here, so I decided that I'm gonna focus on the game. I'm gonna focus on the story, and I'm gonna make sure that we give Brock the respect he deserves. So here we go. I feel like this is kind of like a funeral for everybody, like all the players too, and if I were in Freya or Kratos' shoes, I would definitely want to discuss him while we, take this nice long boat ride to the wetlands. So I think my favorite thing about Brock is, he was kind of dumb, let's be completely honest, but he was wise in how dumb he was. He had his moments where he didn't put up with shit, and I respected that of him. I mean, he had no filter, he didn't care, he's going to tell you how it is, whether you want to hear it or not, and he's going to tell it in his own way. It's definitely a breath of fresh air compared to how they usually try to have people be. But, he was always there for, everybody. He may have been a little rough around the edges, but for the most part, he cared about people and you knew it. He kind of showed it in his own Brock way, but it's just, you could tell he cared. And that's hard to find sometimes, even in games, especially in games, so I definitely was just floored. I was floored. Not even just flabbergasted, just floored that they killed him off. And I really hope that Sindri doesn't stay gone forever, because I think the best way for him to really heal is for him to let go of his anger and process it. And yes, right now I definitely think he needs to do that on his own and just kind of get his own mind and stuff in check. Well, not so much in check, but just kind of get his mind in order, his feelings. But I really hope that he takes this as a learning experience and realizes that Brock wasn't his only family, and he does end up going back to his family. You know, yes, technically it was Atreus that brought Tyr / Odin as Tyr into their lives, but it wasn't his fault. Everybody was fooled by it. Nobody caught on to it. I mean, yeah, Yak's been going back through my videos of me playing it, and he's noticed, but it's not really something you truly notice until you're rewatching it and you kind of already know. You know, everybody was fooled. Even Freya, who spent so much time. Freya and Mimir, the two people who spent the most amount of time with Odin, didn't notice. And I get Sindri being mad, but I think he's mad at the wrong people. Or he's afraid to be mad at the right person. And I think he's so easy to blame everybody, and he's afraid to admit his part in it as well. And until he can do that, I don't think he can truly move on.
Damn it.
What is wrong?
I should have changed. Sewn some mourning garb. We're not dressed properly.
We're fine. Dwarves don't typically require formal wear, you know.
Brock certainly would not.
So, now you've got me thinking of what I might look like with some jewellery around my neck stump. Maybe some gold woven into my beard. That'd be quite fetching, eh?
Thanks for trying.
I just hope
they are.
Sindri
Oh, come on,
can
surely
move
he'll
past
be
this.
along. It's his brother.
Let's hope so. Loss can do things to a man.
Yes, it can.
You made it. We can begin.
Wow. I'm really glad they did this, though. I feel like this is a really important part of the story. There he is. Oh, Sindri.
I love you, Brock.
He loved you too, buddy. I'm upset that Atreus isn't here, though.
Sindri. Brock was...
Sindri.
A hole.
What?
Gets bigger the more you take away.
It was definitely rough.
They also kept it real. Not everybody heals from it. Not everyone can forgive you.
I definitely appreciate the fact that they did this. This is definitely showing how much this company cares about their characters, their fans. It was definitely needed. Still hate him for killing him off, but it's nice for them to show a real life of war, and not everybody makes it through. I really hope Sindri can heal, and I really like the song though.
to